Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. And today's surprise is G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes and Timber Alpha Commandos Deluxe 2-pack, Deluxe Pack, Multi-Pack. It's a pack. Thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos that you may have run across, which I hope is all of them. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, or to help the channel out further, or both, or all of the above. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. And with all that said, let's get into it. And first up, as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. On the top, the G.I. Joe star. He's number 30. A little bit of a window there to let some light in. On the front, nice big window showing off the figures and accessories. Forward up. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. G.I. Joe Classified Series, Snake Eyes and Timber Alpha Commandos, Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print. Symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, his file card. And there it is, folks. If you want to go and look that up at gijoe.com and see what all that stuff means, you can. I'm not, because I don't really care. And on this side, some nice artwork of Snake Eyes and Timber. That's, there's some right there too. Forgot to mention that. And on the back, the great artwork, poster, whatever you want to call it, that we have come to know and love with G.I. Joe Classified Series. Now you can see a nice big picture of the Alley Vipers there now that they have been announced. Lots of vehicles in there that we probably will not ever see. But nice nonetheless. Stuff in the box. Achtung, don't stick things in your foreign language pie hole. And some other small print. Oh, that's included in the box. This is warning parents, gijoe.com. And Hasbro print. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole. Mon ami. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the packaging. And now, let's take a look at the figures and their accessories. Handy dandy tweezers. And we'll start with Timber's accessory. This is actually the head that comes on him in the packaging. And it's quite detailed and lots of paint apps, it looks like. Look at those eyes. They just glow in the dark at you, don't they? With the lights on. But fabulous, fabulous. Love this. It is awesome. And as for Snake Eyes, he comes with a bunch of weapons that are in the more realistic looking range than G.I. Joe Classified Series has offered before. Lots of sculpted detail in there. So happy he came with an Uzi. Awesome. And here's another rifle. Again, lots of sculpted detail. And here is his knife. Looks like it has a bit of a paint app on the blade. Kind of a dull silvery matte silver finish, I suppose you could call it. Here's his pistol. And here is the suppressor. And, you know, suppressor, nothing's on, so no barrel sticking out of it for the suppressor to go in for this gun, and same for this one. But it does have a little hole in it that looks like maybe blast effects may be coming. The barrel on the Uzi does stick out. And the suppressor will go on it. And same for the sidearm. Pew, pew. And that does it for a look at the accessories. Let's take a look at the figures. The articulation on this, for it to be an animal this size, this has, I believe, the exact same amount of articulation as the Masterverse Revelation Battle Cat from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. I mean, every bit as much articulation. Might even have 2 points articulation more. I probably should have brought that for a comparison, but I didn't. I mean, the paint on this guy is awesome. Look at that face. The eyes still glow in the dark in the daytime at you. And that, I mean, he's ready to bite somebody's face off. Yes, we know. All right, let's take a look at his articulation. On the back, the legs do go in and out. The tail does twist around and go up and down. The legs will go all the way around. Has a joint here. And it goes in and out that far. And it does twist a little bit. Bump the camera. Yay! Then we have this joint here. And it's going to say, I don't want to move. Gives you that much. Forward. Goes pretty much straight back. And then up and down. And it'll go all the way around 360 degrees on the paw or the ankle here. And then we have this midline articulation that goes back and forth, and it gives you a little bit of hula hoopy, but not a whole lot of up and down there. See, up and down, back and forth. And on the front, you know, you've got the in and out on these legs also. I'm not sure. I don't think these will go all the way around though. Well, if you force it, it will go all the way around. And we've got this ankle here. It's got 360 degrees of rotation. And then it'll go forward that far. And it'll go about straight out. Then we have this joint right here. It just goes up that far. And it'll actually go back that far. So that's pretty darn good. And then up and down and all around at the ankle on the foot there. And then it has, you know, there's well, this is a separate piece, but I'm not feeling a whole lot of articulation right there. So it will go up a little bit and it will go down a little bit, and that's about it. And then the head, of course, is on a ball joint. It'll spin all the way around to do the Exorcist. It'll go up that far. It'll go down that far. And it'll go left and right again because it's on a ball. So, you know, you get all kind of stuff out of it. So that covers Timber's articulation. Let's just set him over here out of the way. And then move these accessories over here out of the way. Let's take a look at Snake Eyes, the figure. And he's pretty much all in black. Mostly matte black. His goggles do have some glossy paint on them. This appears to be a little bit glossy. You know what I'm not seeing on this Snake Eyes? That little blue communications thingy. So that's cool. This body seems to be I see a lot of reuse here. Everything but the head. It looks like the torso and the arms and maybe even the hands are reused from Beachhead. And this part of the leg looks like it's been on Duke, Beachhead, Flint. And then the lower part below the knee looks like it might be Flint. So you might just say below the waist he's all Flint. Haha. But we'll take a look at that when we get to the comparisons. Now let's take a look. I'll lift the camera up just a little bit. Let's take a look at his articulation. He can do the full Exorcist. He can look up that far. And as you can see, the neck tilts too. It's like like the neck is the dumbbell joint. And there's a ball at the top and ball at the bottom. So he can look down about that far. And, you know, he can get some chicken neck going on there. Chicken neck, chicken neck. Alright, the arms comes out just below 90 degrees. We'll do 360 degree rotation. There's a cut here at the upper bicep for another 360 degrees of rotation. A double hinged elbow. And let's see if I can get the full range out of that. And that is the full range of motion you get out of that double hinged elbow. At the wrist, it spins 360 and it is on an up and down hinge. And let's see, the other side is on an in and out hinge. I do believe there is a piece of articulation here under the vest, but again, it's under the vest, so you can't really get any crunch out of it at all, hardly. I can feel it in there, and I can feel it moving a little bit. And then he does have articulation at the waist for a full 360 degrees of a rotation. His legs are on those G.I. Joe pull-down hinges. You can see it in there. Maybe you can see it in there. But it allows him to kick up that high, back that far, and we'll hinge it back in place. There is a cut on the upper thigh for a 360 degrees of rotation. Then there is a double hinge knee. Which will give you that much range of motion. And there is, at the upper shin, a boot cut for another 360 degrees of rotation. At the ankle, it'll go down that far. And you can hear it's on a hard ratchet. It'll go up that far, and of course it is on a forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, does it for a look at the figures and accessories. And now, my friends, it is time for my favorite part of a review, the comparisons. And here is Commando Snake Eyes with Ninja Snake Eyes, or Commando and Timber Snake Eyes with Ninja Snake Eyes. And the non-posable wolf that I've been using for Timber. And I should have straightened his legs out earlier. But here he is with Flint. And I said it was Flint's legs, but the shin guards are different. But other than the shin guards, it looks like Flint's leg and feet. Even the knee pads. But not the upper part of Flint, because the upper part of Flint is Duke. Or from Duke. Same mold as Duke. And then here is Snake Eyes with Beachhead. Which again, these legs might be the same legs again with just different shin guards on them. But as you can see, under the vests, the torsos are the same. The necks are different. But it looks like everything above the waist is Beachhead and everything below the waist is Flint, except for the shin guards and holsters, etc., etc. Here's how he compares up with the Hasbro, or here how they compare it with the Hasbro Pulse Cobra Commander, the Regal variant. And how do they compare it with other lines? Well, let's take a look. Here he is with Stan the Man Lee. Or here they are with Stan the Man Lee. From Star Wars The Black Series, here we have the Bad Batch's Elite Squad Trooper. And for some 7-inch goodness, from McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse line, here we have Batman Beyond. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. For final thoughts on Snake Eyes and Timber Alpha Commandos, two things that really shine with this figure. I mean, I do like the new Snake Eyes head sculpt, or the old Snake Eyes head sculpt, whatever you want to call it. But where this figure, this set really shines is the accessories and Timber. Because you cannot beat this wolf. And it's one thing I did forget to show. You know, the G.I. Joe classified team, you know, generally they pride themselves on all the accessories fitting on the characters. And for the most part, you know, Snake Eyes will pretty much carry everything but one gun. So, you know, pistol, knife goes in the sheath, pistol goes in the holster along with the suppressor. And of course, he's got to have his Uzi in his hand because there's no place to put the Uzi. So there he will carry his Uzi, and we'll give him this gun. Because I'm sure it's much easier to get in his hand than the other gun. But really, this super articulated wolf with super duper paint apps is really where this set shines. And you know, I'm glad that they did Timber with Snake Eyes in the deluxe pack so that we could get, you know, this is a pretty definitive version of Snake Eyes' faithful wolf. And as far as I'm concerned, they never have to make another one. I mean, there's enough articulation, this thing goes on for days. And I think it gives you every piece of articulation that you could want. If I have one, you know, nitpick gripe over it, it's this section, you know, doesn't get much articulation here in this next section. But, you know, compared to what you get in the rest of the figure, that's, like I said, it's very minor. Very, very minor. So, this is a great set if you're a fan of Snake Eyes or of Timber or of both. If you're a G.I. Joe fan, you know, this set is definitely worth a pickup. That does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very much for supporting the channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or to just help the channel out further. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.